And we're in, folks. We've done it. I'm so proud of us all. And let me just check. It looks like our admins didn't disconnect this time, so if anything sketchy goes down, they can catch it. And we're going to be seeing folks going out. This time I will introduce BOM, since I did Root Gaming last time. We've got Brink on that Shadow Fiend. AA going to be played up by Ryanoob. Reaper on Dazzle, Slaughter being played up by Echo, and finally the Bristleback, safely farming Bristleback being played up by poor Shakurus. Shakurus? How am I meant to say that, you StarCraft player, you? Could also be Forsh Akus or something, but anyway, tossing it over to you to introduce this Root lineup.
Seconds to battle.
Oh, this is the two. C2. Sorry, I think it's pronounced C2. It's spelt the T-O-O. So depending on how you prefer to pronounce that, that could be the, that could be the. I think the two is how I've heard some other folks say it. Yeah, and looking like he's gonna be getting that big fat level 1 bounty rune. You know how an Alk feels about that. Oh, actually, he didn't skill Greevil's Greed. I think his pausing. No, yeah, doped up. I think is like you shit, you idiot. What have you done? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Eric is picking him out. Yeah, and he goes acid spray. There we go. Now they have stuck the AA mid here. This is actually kind of nice. SF should be able to get something here. Already getting some lost hits on the Alk though, but yeah, SF already getting up those souls with the help of Chilling Touch. So he should be able to get at least 3, and with the Creep Pool here, he certainly will. I wonder about this tri-lane though. Oh gosh, yeah, the Slithering Crush, you can see the AoE of that is huge, but if he takes another Decay to the face, they have it. No, I don't think they'll have enough damage, even with the Decay. Oh, he gets down to 25 health! That's... So, in the meantime, it's looking like SF going back to having a hard time in this lane. I feel like what he needs to do, I'm no expert, but I feel like what he needs to do is just position himself over here instead of where he is. And he's trying to position up here, and I think he just has to go off to the sides in hopes of dodging the acid. Of course. So. Yeah. In the meantime, Sean having a bit of a rough time in that bottom lane, but it's looking like he's well able to stay in experience range, Bristle not zoning him or anything, and I think, of course, Quap with a blink, Bristle not having an easy way to follow her after she does anything. Actually wouldn't be surprised if the Dazzle and the AA just rotated somewhere entirely different. It feels like they're not super needed in mid.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. In the meantime, Bounty Rune bottled up by the SF, so despite Alk actually changing up his build, last time he went on Unstable Concoction, this time 2 points in Greevil's Greed. He actually didn't put any points in, he had only 1 point in that for a really long time initially, and so we can see the SF having a much better time, already 15 souls up. This is worlds different from last game. So the little AA rotation that paid off, it looks like. In the meantime...
Shut away!
It is a notoriously hard wood spot to catch, so folks sometimes have trouble on it, and it's not unsurprising. In the meantime, they've rotated on dying down bottom as well. I think they really want to make sure this Bristle doesn't become a problem. I'm not so sure though, is a big Bristle something you have to worry about? I mean... yeah. Especially since Alk, he is a strength hero, but he doesn't get particularly naturally tanky, so... and I wonder how much... Oh, actually, he might take another raise to the face and go down. Alk doesn't have much health. He's running backwards, and actually, does he throw the stun? He doesn't manage to, but I think SF will go down to the creep. He needed to throw that a little bit earlier, so SF...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, he's gonna take a Chaos Bolt to the face, I think. Gonna be, oh, a nice slithering crush. Chaos Knight taking a lot of damage himself. He needs to find this guy and Chaos Bolt him. Creep's not letting him have it, so where's the Chaos Bolt? There it is. Can he walk it off? I don't think so, but the SF, of course, isn't in mid lane anymore, so no one to cut him off. He should just be able to walk home. So, gonna get a bounty rune for his troubles. And this game, much more even than the previous game. A slight lead for Root, but nothing like the... I think we had like a 2,000 net worth lead at this point. Yeah. So it looks like Shadowfiend is taking an unstable concoction to the face, but as we pointed out, now that he's actually getting levels here, the level 5, the level 3 raises very strong. Alk can't really tank those to the face anymore. And DotUp just wandering around up top. Just gonna be a pretty relaxed game of Dota. Yeah, really surprised by her aggressive play here, but of course she has the Undying to back her up. He does not have any points in Soul Rip though, but if they could get a perfect Tombstone, maybe they knock him out. Of course, Tombstone was early game nerfed, late game buffed. Okay. And Chemical Rage popped on the Alk. He's thinking about throwing something out. CM isn't close enough though. She's starting to come in. SF is actually thinking he can fight this, but he's gonna get Frostbitten. No, the Frost Nova comes out. She can't get quite in range, but I don't think she needs to. One more auto attack. They need it. They get it. SF goes down. So a nice little play there. I didn't think she would get close enough on the CM since she's as swift as the Wolves of Ice Rack, but she has boots up already. First item on DotUp. And yeah, a nice little kill for them. Yeah, they did have a ward, but not one that could see this rotation, so...
Death tax. Dazzle!
Yeah, he's gonna be just fine. I think the Alk has been doing a good job of throwing that stun for funsies, so now you're not sure if it's a gank or not. He'll probably back after each subsequent one. In the meantime, they'll get a little bit of damage on the top tower. If these lineups go super late, again, I'm not sure. I feel like if it goes super late, I have to give it over. Oh, found him stacking in the jungle, and that's a very dead AA. Gonna take a raise, but SF deciding not to follow. Bristleback gonna cut them off. Should be able, maybe we'll be able to kill Undying here if he doesn't walk the right way. Undying walking it off, and of course Xuan can just blink away. Yeah, CM gonna just Frost Nova, and they don't want to fight her. I'm really surprised by this. I think they're playing too passively on Bomb. Maybe a little bit scared after last game. Oh, he gets him with a full second. Are you kidding me? There's gonna be a Frostbite as well. No, just a Slithering Crush. Where is the Frostbite? He doesn't have enough mana for it now. There's gonna be the Shallow Grave, but I don't think this is enough, and Reaper was likely going down. And Stun, they want both. Does manage to get the Shadow Wave off, and actually going ham on KBH, another Shadow Wave. He may go down here under tower. Does he have help from the CM? Where's the Frostbite or the Poison Nova? Or the Poison Nova, the Frost Nova, or anything. Now DotUp probably gonna fall. In the meantime, Chaos Knight does go down as they do get the slaughter kill, and DotUp one auto attack away from death, and I don't think there's any escape. He's gonna try to hide, but you don't hide from the Ice Vortex. I think they wanted both and just weren't able to make it happen, so... In the meantime, though, Xuan having a bit easier time in lane after the Undying rotation. Bristleback and SF still in the top two farmers, though. Now, let's talk some item pickups. When you know you're going to be facing enemies with a lot of minus armor, I feel like Armlet is a nice thing to pick up, but at the same time, there's an AA. You can't be Armlet toggling with an AA about. Yeah. And just an update, apparently TheTwo's name, his real life name is TheTwo, so I should learn how to pronounce it. Either way, we've got a throw, unstable concoction, but there's also a slaughter coming in the backlines. We're realizing that they are overwhelmed here, and DubDub is going to go down, going to take a couple auto attacks and fall. Actually dies to a raise, so always fun. In the meantime, Alchemist just gonna run back into the jungle. He has a couple points in Greeble Greed, could just do this small camp for funsies, but they're hunting him. I don't know if he's seen this rotation based on their movement. He'll see them now. He actually wants to throw an unstable concoction on them, but you can't fight 3 of them. They're gonna take his stacks. I like this play. Maybe you don't want to stack your own stacks. Actually, so many people rotating in for root, they are not coming for these stacks. They're just trying to hightail it out of the jungle at this point. Can anybody get the jump on them? Quap might try to go around the side and cut them off. They might take the Dazzle instead. Quap actually going for Brink. Is she going to be in range of the Shadow Strike? She does just manage to get it off, but on the Slaughter, that guy has Sprint. I don't know how much you care about it. Sprint has run out. There it is again. So everybody going to get away in a long chase by Root. I think since the Bristleback was foaming.
Is under attack.
Oh, yeah, they'll catch out the AA. I don't think it was worth it for how much space, and DubDub going down again, how much space they made for the Bristleback, who is now just foaming up a storm in bottom.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They're going for the stack again. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure they wanted those stacks on their Shadow Fiend, right? I think they're deciding they don't actually have stacks. So, you know, take your opponents. Get your team fat. They have 1 stack. Yeah, I think it's actually like a super valid play. In the meantime, yeah. Yeah, your supports can actually be useful. As we talked about, AA, he can be involved in early business with the cold, chilling touch, and Dazzle, of course, keeping your idiots alive strat.
Double damage.
So, in the meantime, Dazzle just gonna go off and do Dazzle things. And Bristleback, he looks to be their mech carrier. I have very mixed feelings on this. Bristleback doesn't have the hugest mana pool. So it feels like a mech is a little bit hard for him to sustain.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. So a bit worried about that, but either way, looks like we're going on the AA in bottom. They've got the Shadow Strike out. Can the Undying get in range? They do use the Soul Rip. 1 more auto attack should do it. The Cold Feet, I don't think those are going to last, but Quap has to be careful here. She does not even walk out of the range of them. She doesn't have Blink for 4 seconds. At level 1, it's 15-second cooldown. Literally years. I lied, not literally years. So just gonna have... Yeah. Ooh. They dropped the Tombstone. It's a max level Tombstone, so I think Reaper gonna go down. He might be able to... No, he doesn't have a TP. This is a very dead Dazzle, but, you know, you got your Bristle out, so that's
Radiant's
something.
bottom tower is under attack.
And yeah, as we can see from our stats, Bristleback doesn't seem... Oh, it's TheTwo. It's TheTwo? TheTwo? I'm an idiot.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under Radiant's attack. Bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, he's doing... He's actually died twice, but again, compared to last game, doing great work and farming up a storm. They're diving onto this Undying. This is what we talked about. Minus armor, he is taking a lot of damage from a Dazzle. All those physical damage from the Shadow Wave. Now he takes the stun. Can DubDub get some help? He's one against the wall, but here comes in the Quap and the Sonic Wave. Reaper's probably gonna fall too. No way out, it looks like. SF deciding not to pop that Invis Rune, but here comes Bristleback. Can Bristlelong do anything? He needs to turn his back to them, but I think he's just gonna fall. SF trying to see if he should do the Requiem of Souls all over their faces, but not seeing a good outcome. He could maybe pick up DubDub, but this Invis halfway used and not a good usage in sight. A definitive fight for Root Gaming. Yeah. Yep, he's gonna use up ult over their faces, but I don't know if that was the right target, but he gets it with the razors. So another kill into his little piggy bank. And yeah, as you said, I think the Shadow King waiting. Oh, actually, he's gonna get reality rifted, a stun thrown out, and the tombstone dropped, but they're realizing quickly the tombstone isn't something they can easily kill. Soul Rip on the tombstone as well, but I think with the TP in Heroes, Root Gaming is going to back out. And it's something where I feel like, as you said, the Shadow Fiend could have just Requiem of Souls maybe a bit earlier, really reducing a lot of the damage coming out of Root. So...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower
That means that Queen of
fallen.
Pain gets some free space to push up top tower. Now this I find a bit interesting. They've actually taken more towers on Root Gaming's lineup. I maybe wasn't expecting that so much. With a Bristleback getting free farm in bottom, kind of expected that to go down. Yeah. And we've talked about this. It adds evasion, which, considering the amount of physical people in this game, of course you can't dodge the Shadow Wave with evasion, but you can make sure that you don't get hit by auto attacks. And yeah, also just gonna stand here and be a pain to the Bristleback. Looks like Slaughter's going down elsewhere though. They've got a Frost Nova coming out. They've also got the Reality Rift. I think he's gonna up. How long on the Chaos Bolt? The sprint away he might make it. Depends on the Chaos Bolt link. Where is the Slithering Crush? There it is. And now KBH is way out of position, gone too deep. There is Sahipa minus armor on him. He gets a 4-second bolt. Is this enough to get out? It looks like it.
Dire's
Turns out 4
bottom
seconds
tower is
stun.
under
Pretty
attack.
damn long.
Dazzle!
In the meantime, yeah, Alf is foaming up the Ancients, and as we pointed out, SF has 500 GPM, doing really well, all things considered.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
He does have 2 deaths, and I think also just when those deaths occurred, really hurting him. A though, on the lineup of Bomb, getting really close to a Midas. I love this. He's going to be getting, he's going to be able to get up that Aghanims and also the levels that he needs to be effective in this game.
Attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, fine play there. You don't want to lose it on accident. You're one of those squishier heroes on the map, and if your Dazzle isn't around to shallow grave you or can't get it off in time. But yeah, of course, AA very happy to get that Midas, get level 11, even level, yeah, he already has the level 6, so. And we'll see if that can tone things around. I do honestly believe this minus armor strat combined with the fact that no one can heal up on Root Gaming, pretty devastating. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under
So not
attack.
getting as many. The AA blast, did it hit? It looks like it did hit, but it's a level 1 AA blast. I do not believe he will shatter. And now healing up from the unstable concoction. This is what we talk about with the AA. Part of the trouble is if you can hit the AA blast, oh, there's going to be a tombstone in the middle and an unstable concoction coming out. And oh, that was Chemical Rage ball. And that means that there should be able to get Bristleback, but they're attacking from the back. The Sonic Wave goes out, but the immediate heal. Bristleback is still not dead, taking a lot of damage from the acid spray. But he's also gotten everybody super low on Root Gaming. They need to heal up. Imagine if the AA blast were here, and actually it's coming. A lot of people may go down to Razors and AA blast. One more hit on Froggus. He uses the Soul Rip. Where is the AA blast? Here it comes, and it's gonna blow up Froggus. He tries to walk out of it. He does, but now he might be in position for Razors. A Weave coming out as well, and things gonna stop. Slaughter's going in hand. There was the blink forward by the Shadow Fiend, trying to make sure he gets someone. But DubDub just using that freezing field in the group, in the trees. And now we've got a stun out on Slaughter. He's going to go down to the Quap eventually, but she needs to get the hell out of dodge. Shuan actually going to be blinked up on, and she doesn't manage to blink away in time. Alk now coming in with the help of his trusty sidekick, Chaos Knight, but without any backup, they're just going to stun and probably back right out. Double stuns flying, actually need to dodge their fine on the AA blast, and they're probably going to lose this tier 1. Yeah, Shadow Fiend gets it. A nice fight now. After the kind of whiffed earlier fight, a really nice fight coming out of Bomb.
Light!
Doesn't... Yeah. So, all in all, we're going to be seeing this net worth graph headed back down to 0. Bomb getting back from a 4,000 lead en route, and also the experience now in favor of Bomb. This means we might have some new item pickups, like Bristleback might be going to Sanj and Yasha, or maybe a straight BKB. I think Sanj and Yasha is a bit nicey here, but there's certainly a world of things to block. AA, yeah, has a really early Midas, as we're pointing out. Dazzle has a Glimmer Cape. SF Blink Dagger Yules, this is a really older build, and it looks like he's building a BKB. I'm not so sure on this. Kind of the I ganked one person, right? We have engagement in bottom. The AA blast is going to hit at least one, but the Sonic Wave immediately taking out the Slaughter. They could kill AA off here too. DubDub wants to go in, but he's going to get cold speeded up. I think, no, he manages to just walk out of it, taking so much damage, but they don't have a way to stop the freezing field, and he's just going to kill them off. Dazzle trying to hurt him with so much minus armor. DubDub had, like, no armor there, but he's going to go down to the Bristlebong, and not going to be a good trade for Root Gaming. The CM for 3, you'll take it, and yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. In the meantime, also... Ooh. I don't know if you just saw that.
Radiant's middle tower.
Guess who just got force-fed and Aghanims? I'm dying. You could have just looked like, you know, yeah. 10. Okay, so here's the thing though. I don't know if we have a stat on Undyings being force-fed Aghanims, but Undyings who go Aghanims actually have a really low win rate. Yep. About 7 llamas. We'll probably pull it up next. If he's still alive, I don't actually know if he's died somewhere. He may have been tired and gone to bed. Who knows? But our stats man might be able to pull that up if he is so inclined. In the meantime, Chaos Knight is Sanj and Yasha-ing away, not going that omelet that we've seen a few times. And Alk, I feel like giving one to the Quap as well. She's already got this silence. I think if she could go more utility items like a False Sheep, that'll really help against the Bristleback and the Slaughter, the SF, you know. We have a blink forward, though. Yeah, okay. I think he's going to be in a bit of trouble. Actually, I didn't know he was going to pull that off. Shadow Fiend, though, picks up the Queen of Pain immediately. A nice crit there, but he's going to fall to the Shadow Fiend, and that is the BKB being shown. I don't know if they have follow-up, though. They can't kill the Tombstone somehow, and Shadow Fiend's going to bloody go down. DubDub, freezing field, killing off all of them. Only the Bristleback's going to survive. What the shit just happened? That team fight seemed to be so in favor of BOM, and suddenly everything going horribly wrong. Queen of Pain also bought back. I think she bought back and managed to... No, she didn't even use her Sonic Wave there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. So again, a really important and fantastic freezing field. Ooh. Yeah, it only has a 50% win rate. That's not what I would expect of Ags on Undying. Yeah, I didn't think about that, and as you said, that's like very silly. I'm having a bit of a sensible chuckle about it. In the meantime, very easy with these heroes. They don't actually have the Shadow Fiend with them, but of course they've got more than enough Highness armor between these four. And yeah, this Boreal, look at him go. He is not really a raid boss, not looking like it. So I'm just loving this Undying. I wonder if Alk is making another one. No, it looks like he is now going for the AC, I'm assuming, to make sure his whole team is a lot better. With regards to armor, I really hope he does give Quap an Ags. I think giving her one for free, as we said, just means you can go more utility. Quap can pick up that Shiva's earlier, can pick up maybe a Yule's. I don't think she needs a Yule's this game, though. Does Yule's purge off anything here? Because it doesn't purge off Weave, doesn't purge off the bloody amp damage. So
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, if I were, okay, real talk, if I were wearing what Quap was wearing, I would not want Bristleback anywhere near me. So there's just some hygiene issues there, but either way, Slaughter. I don't know, if it's one of those things where it like buffs up my damage, like if that gear gives you plus 100 like agility or something, yeah, I totally would. It all depends on the stats, man. I actually, there's some interesting thoughts on that, but we will discuss that at another time. There's been some in-depth discussions on the value of armor like that, but either going back into the game, we maybe making of a BKB on Chaos Knight. It could be. Okay, so I think it's a BKB. Before I have seen, though, a Sandra Nyasha and a Heaven Halberd. So. Yeah. We've got a lot of BKBs, so probably Heaven's Halberd not the best. And also, just the Razor is still a problem. Bristleback does get a lot out of these Quill Sprays and Viscous Nasal Goo and taking it from behind. Oh, anyway, got CM picking up a smoke, and actually, we haven't been seeing too much smoke action. There are 2 smokes in stock and 1 smoke in stock for the Radiant, so both sides having a lot of smokes that they could be playing. Alk getting he almost has the AC. This will help their team a lot of sustain, and also it helps you push towers faster, so I think a nice pickup there. What else do you want on Undying? It looks like you're going to build up the Guardian groups. I would love to see him finish the Solar Crest. There isn't anything which goes through Mischance right now, I believe. Nobody building an MKB, and if you force the Bristleback or the SF to build an MKB, I think that's fantastic. We have a nice and stable concoction coming out, and they've got the spit on the ground, but now Shadow Fiend, he's gonna be able to get off that Requiem of Souls. There is Dop channeling his ulti, but I don't know if it's enough this time. Frogos does manage to pick up the SF, but Dop going down on the backlines, and Frogos is going to too. Juan, I don't think you can do anything here. Undying finally goes down after all those steals. Chaos Knight taking the Aegis off, and they should maybe work together to get this lost pick off. They can make it maybe a 3 for 4, but I don't know. This is a scary guy to take down. He's just gonna bloody TP out. He knows they don't have anything. Do they have the crits? Holy cow! This Chaos Knight, he has the RNG he prayed. Also, we have to talk about how now you get them, you're not called Meld Strike, what is it called? They don't have a name for it. Yeah, in the recent patch, what I'm talking about, folks, oh, and I missed the fight recap because I'm a scrub. In the recent patch, Chaos Knight gets a minus armor debuff if he does crit with that Chaos Strike. So you can see there that Bristleback had a really hard time because suddenly no armor, and that's why he took a hit, and then suddenly the next hit he took was just like, boom, Bristleback, not much health. Are you sure it applies to a loser? Oh my goodness, that's actually crazy. Yeah, and you can see it when you ult. Oh goodness, someone's going down. Chaos Knight, he's having some, he's very dead here. Maybe even the Yules will kill him? No, the Yules doesn't quite kill him, but he goes down. A nice pickoff for this lineup of Band of Mischiefs. They were a little bit behind. This game very close, much better than the other game in this set. So... yeah. And it's clearly going to be a BKB now on the Chaos Knight, something I had just kind of woofed over my head. It doesn't block the Frostbite from the Ice Blast. I think it's called Frostbite. Actually, we might be having an engagement here. Of course, there is a blink from this...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It doesn't remove it, actually. No. Yeah, you stop ticking down to damage to the AA ult, but you don't...
Radiant's bottom tower.
You can't remove it. Yeah, shit data. So. Yeah, and this is what I mean. If you force him to go, he's already got a couple items on his build that he probably has to switch out. Forcing him to go on MKB takes out one of those slots that might be a butterfly or a crit stick or a satanic. So. Especially with lifesteal no longer stacking with anything, right? I believe it was change a while back. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. The other way. Now you can put lifesteal on everything. Sorry. It used to be not so. Anyway. 100%. You know the Wraith King build that we have idiot friends who go with 3 lifesteal. But let's not talk about that. Let's get back into this game. Solar Crest up on Dazzle. I also really like this pickup. It's the same deal for the lineup of Root. None of them really want to build an MKB. So... yeah, she is now, I think it's the BKB. I think she's still hoping Alk will feed her an Aghanim someday. I'm not quite sure. He's getting a good amount of farm. He could take, he'll take an Ancient Stack, he'll farm the jungle once more, and then probably be ready to stuff another Ags into somebody. Probably the Quap. I doubt they're gonna go with it on the CM. I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that this game they have a lot more farmers. A lot of the jungle is going to Chaos Knight repeatedly and the Queen of Pain. So I just don't think there are creeps for him to kill. And we can see he can just bloody stand in this acid. Look at this. They're actually going to reality rift him in, but of course the shallow grave means there'll be no death. There is the BKBs coming out. The Sonic Blade comes out as well. A nice weekend from Quap, but the Requiem of Souls comes out over everyone's faces. Zombies everywhere and Quap goes down. She has no buyback for this fight. I don't even know if it would help. Up in the air is the Shadow King going to purchase some of those blows, but there's still a million zombies. He finally goes down. I think that they're getting this Dazzle as well. Are they also getting Mr. Bristleback? No, I don't know if they can catch him. He has a lot of zombies on him, but they should be expiring. They get the reality rift. They don't even need the Chaos Strike. So again, a nice teammate for the lineup of, well, an even. No, definitely good for Root Gaming. Sorry, I wasn't sure. Also, 2 cores for 1 core.
Is under attack.
Yeah. There's also no buyback on these cores for Band of Mischiefs. No.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But they're going in on Reaper. They can't see him and actually out getting pretty low. He's going to finally start regetting back up. He throws the unstable on top. He gets stunned, both of them. And it helps them get the Dazzle who can't escape. And they're going to get a rack off of this. Again, no buybacks being on the lineup of Band of Mischief. It might just be over.
Are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Now, I said it might just be over, but I'm actually super wrong there. A little bit ahead of myself. They have tier 2s in all their other lanes. This push isn't going to be sustained, and Shadowfiend Bristleback can handle 1 lane of racks down. So. And And just for the folks, I see some new folks in chat. This is the second match in the best of 3 between Root Gaming and Team Band of Mischief. Whoever wins this advances into the whoever wins this best of 3 series advances into the major qualifiers for Americas. There is another match going on the other side of the bracket, and whoever wins that also advances. I don't know the state of that yet. After this game, depending on how things go, we might poke our heads into it, so might not be able to, though, with the Dota TV issues. So looking at the item pickups, the other thing we can't neglect to mention about a Rax going down is it's a huge gold swing, and that's what you can see right there. It's something where Rax are very valuable, and this means new item pickups for all of the Dire are hot finished on Alchemist, finally turning that casual vitality booster into something. And the AA does have the Ags finally, but feeling a little bit too late. In the meantime, this tier 2, they actually are acting a bit like they want to siege it on Band of Mischief, and this is really disadvantageous for them because of the high ground, and they're just going to back all the way back to their tower, realizing that they don't need to fight there. In the meantime, the Glimmer escape on Shadow Fiend, I think just worried about him getting stunned, so... Except for mid, but again, mid has that awkward choke point where it's a bit worse for the Radiant coming in, so... And yeah, we're going to see Root Gaming back out. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for the other tier 2 before doing anything else. They have quite a bit of time on... Oh, okay, Chaos Knight, that KVH, that was an interesting play. So... And yeah, and just so folks know, Root Gaming had beaten out a lot of good teams. They'd beaten out the Eosin stack, they beat out Yukon. There's a Reality Rift on mid, and just gonna be BKBs and nothing else. And on the other side of the bracket, the lineup of Band of Mischiefs, this Radiant team, had also beaten out a number of good teams that were quite popular. So I think both of these teams very deserving to be here, no matter how one-sided the games may look. There's a nice BKB. There's gonna be a Requiem of Souls. No, he's not using it. They're just gonna auto-attack down the Chaos Knight. That's one life down. Pop needs to get out of here with her BKB, but this might just be the end of the Chaos Knight. Where is the backup? BKB tries to get away. He's droning and fighting. Can he get... Oh, he gets a Chaos Strike off, and there's gonna be a Sonic Wave, which doesn't do anything off all the heals, but that strike was beautiful. Requiem of Souls completely off the mark. There's an unstable concoction and a pull-in. A-Blast gonna fire, but I don't know if anybody's gonna care. They actually are. KDH going down. There's going to be a 4-star floor into the tower, so I think they're losing Mr. Alk as well. There was a buyback at the same time, and on the back line, weird shit is happening. A lot of people really low. Gonna fall. Tombstone doing work. How many decay stacks is that? Just one, actually. Maybe he'll drop another one now. And oh my gosh, killing him off with the decay stack. This Undying doing good things. And yeah, I thought again it was another one of those team fights. Oh, are they still going? They're still bloody going. SF doing a lot of damage to Undying. He's frozen up by the cold feet, but he's taking literally no damage with the evasion. Holy shit, he didn't hit any of those attacks, and he's gonna kill them all with the Undying stack. Let's see how many hits were missed. I did not see that. I was actually trying to keep an eye on it, but I was freaking out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
yeah, maybe he was taking damage, right?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, but he may have also been taking some damage, and I'm just like, I don't know. Anyway, this I don't know if these two can take the tower, especially. Guardian Greaves comes out, Reaper is just Glimmer caped up. They're gonna get a good amount of damage into it. Queen of Pain does actually hit like a truck, and she's gonna back out there. So they got the tower a little bit above half health, but still, the Undying Ags that we were worried about when it doesn't have a super high win rate, we need to, measure our words? Oh, well, okay, you can just do... Not even rage buy. I think it's totally appropriate. They would have won that team fight so easily there, and lack of an MKB. So, either way, we see Queen of Pain. She's still hoping somebody feeds her Aghanim's. You can see from her item build, she's like T2. T2. Ooh, that ooh, T2. When am I getting that Ags put in me? And he's like, babe, when I get to it, it's if you could please calm down. So I will give you an axe when I feel good and ready. So, yeah. Not at all. I mean, I think that's how Alchemist would... Actually, that's probably how the Alchemist, the actual tiny Alchemist... What's the guy he's riding called? Oh. I assumed the Ogre was the Alchemist because he's the one who seems to mix the concoctions. I think the lottery still has worse odds than that, but I would love for you to find out for me. Yeah. Yeah, so the little guy in the top is the Alchemist, and I think that's how he would speak. I mean, considering he has pretty much enslaved another character in the game. They could have a symbiotic relationship that we don't know about, so folks, let's not rush to judgment and assume the worst case scenario. Also could have... Yeah, it could actually be that the Ogre is his bottom half. So looking at item pickups, as we've mentioned...
We'll take that.
Yeah. And Queen of Pain finally being fed her Aghanims, very, very tasty there. Also the stat gain, we can't neglect this. A lot of people just focus on the Ags upgrade. You also get all the stats associated with it. So she hits harder and is more tanky now, and a little bit of armor, but that's not the most important part of it. We've got some new item pickups just because of that team fight, and the game has progressed. Looks like Chaos Knight... Oh, they're going in ham. I don't think they'll catch anyone here. Xuan may be giving it away, but she does use that Shiva's God and it catches too. There's going to be the reality rift, but they can't take down that big target. But again, another use of his BKB. We are down to 6 seconds on that BKB, and against this Root Gaming lineup, you want those BKBs for as long as you can.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And in the meantime, they're going to just, use this tower's going down so far. It's out-popping that chemical ray. Where's the AA boss? Shiva's going in on the Queen of Pain. He uses the Sonic Wave again. She doesn't care. She might go down here. She needs to blink away. Doesn't manage to get it, but here comes the Raid boss of Undying. The K stacks up down. He's only up to 2k health. In the meantime, Chaos Knight, he is hitting everybody, getting that Chaos Knight proc off. Freezing Field going off. The Rax is gone in the meantime, and there's an explosion of Shadow Fiend all over Dub's face, but he doesn't care. He's done his job. Shadow Fiend, will this be a dieback? Will he manage to kill the... Froggus actually taking damage this time. Shadow Fiend, he does have the MKB. Froggus is probably going to go down, not missing anymore. So they get a Rax, they lose a couple heroes, but at the same time, I think a worthwhile trade, and they forced a couple of buybacks. Looking at the fight recap, actually a little bit in favor of Band of Mischiefs. Oh. Yeah. A-Boss just gonna make sure their waves keep being pushed up. Now, 2 lanes of Rax. Odds of coming back to this getting very slim. And he's not even finished yet. Yep. Yep. In the meantime, Shadow Fiend, gonna try to farm up, finally not getting that gold penalty. Slaughter has picked up, he had the 4-star for ages. Slaughter really hasn't made item progression. He's actually the poorest person in this game. I wasn't expecting that. Both the Dazzle and AA having a better time. Dazzle almost has his Ags though. That's gonna be really helpful here on hitting people down. And they take the Roshan quickly. They put it on the Queen of Pain. She's been doing a lot of initiation here, so I understand that. Cheese on the Chaos Knight. Can you pop cheese when you're AA blasted? Alk is making CM and Ags. I mean, it has to be right. Unless does Chaos Knight have an Ags I've forgotten about? Did he get one like in the last patch or? Okay, right. Oh, not in the. Okay, good. I'm pretty sure he doesn't, but you know, the moment you say it, it's like, oh shit, I'm wrong. Although, as you all know, the fastest way to find out the answer to something is to say it wrong on the internet. So I'm sure chat will tell me if I were wrong. So. In the meantime, they have a smoke coming out of the line of... Oh, they're going to run right into them. CM does force off away, but they have caught out Mr. Alchemist. Can he pop that chemical rage? He does manage to, but in the backlines, they're having that sonic wave. Alch, I think, is just going to go down here. He's not going to be very happy about that. In the meantime, CM, she does manage to get away. Another nice stun up onto Froggus, but in the backlines, they are losing the dazzle. And so, a very good team fight for Band of Mischiefs. Quap is actually going back in. No time to look at that. Quap taking a lot of damage. He doesn't put out the Aegis. Here's something of dying. Cage stack. He has a lot of them. He has up to 3k health. He's killing them all on the freezing field, doing mad talk, and they're all dead. And they GG. Really wasn't expecting that, and wow. So yeah. Also, they didn't have buybacks on the SF. In the meantime, I just wanted to say Root Gaming does advance through. Thank you again for joining me. I'm Extra Board. I am Llama. Sorry, his name is I'm Extra Board. I'm Llama Down Under. I am a new caster. I would love your feedback on how to get better.